Patricia Ann Landon Regali, Chief Little Flower, coming at you from the privacy and safety of my beloved benefactor's estate and sanctuary. So, this is my new set of videos called Coinciding Incidents, because as a targeted individual, the opposition comes up with a lot of psychological weaponized tools of abuse and torture that the Zetzer song, that the Nazi heritage had trained their little flying flunky monkeys to enact, to sell out their soul for, to become minions of Satan himself. A lot of these people call themselves Christian, go to church by day, and then go target their individuals with their psycho stage theater. So whenever a targeted individual is asked, so what's the deal about being targeted? There are countless numbers of stage theater, countless numbers of gaslighting events that it's kind of difficult just to call them up on a roster. So the purpose of coinciding events is that a lot of times whenever the trained flying flunky monkeys that often parade themselves as backstabbing Christians when they're really Team Judas, what it is that they'll contrive these incidents that they were trained to do by their handlers, which are actual pedophiles and murderers. They ain't got no problem consorting with pedophiles and murderers, so whatever. But I am terming this coinciding incidents because it's exactly what it is. These are double entendres that infiltrate the atmosphere just to needle the targeted individual, just to needle them to act out of sorts. So a lot of times it is just happenstance, and a lot of times it is purposeful psycho stage theater. That this is your melee for pay. That they got their little hands grubbed to come out and act out these ways toward their targeted individual and pretend they ain't doing fucking shit because they've already compromised their soul and their mind and now have been hand trained to be groomed as the Auschwitz executioners doing their torture, their psychological havoc, their psychological needling of the individual. And it's throwing the rocks and hiding their hands. It's backstabbing and pretending they didn't throw a goddamn knife. So whenever these events come up, they just might be happenstance of a coinciding event that happened in the background of the atmosphere. And honestly, I really don't care if it's a actual contrived psycho theater or if it really is a coinciding event that just happened organically. Whenever it comes up, this is what my videos are, and this is what this portion of these files are about. So I'm just going to start relating them as I remember them. So welcome to my coinciding events file. And so enjoy the throwing of the rocks and the hiding of the hands. Yes, is it really psycho theater, or is it really an organic coinciding event? Either way, I don't care. I'm here to report the information as I recall it or as it plays out. Because at the end of the day, only God knows. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the story. Hey, it's Patricia Ann Landon Regali coming at you from the privacy, the safety, and the sanctuary of my beloved first cousin Laurie's sanctuary and estate. So, okay, welcome to another coinciding incident files. This one here is about towels. So, here's the deal. whenever you're dealing with the opposition, so to speak, you look for the patterns, right? But then, as targeted individuals, having to dodge and weave the cacophony of the psychosis of all this melee for pay, all of the gang stalking, they go get their little fucking handlers to teach them how to grub for their Nabisco treat. Okay, whatever. We tend to chase shadows after a while. And then so this is where I take these teachable moments, because in the place where I am, I'm very safe. I love my cousin Lori, who shelled out $400 for me, and she saved me from the trenches, you know? So I take these moments as they come up to share with others and how to delegate, because at the end of the day, it is maintaining a sense of decorum, a sense of grace under fire. Now, whether or not you really are under fire, that is subjective to your experiences. But when I see the patterns manifest, I look at it like this. Number one, I don't hate any of these low vibing frequencies that others choose to, bask in. But I'm here about the prodigal son and the prodigal daughter, the prodigal family that's possibly could actually see how to come up higher and get out of Sodom and Gomorrah and leave Babylon behind and never look back, because ain't nobody perfect. And I'm here to serve as a beacon to be like, yo guys, this treason part of the circuit, when you participate, it's got the Nazi heritage. You all became honorary bitches for Dr. Mengele as godchildren, and so you are in eternal damnation at this very moment, participating in it, whether or not you were cognizant of it. All you had to do is live ethically and not participate in deceit. Because when you participate in deceit, you're participating in this Auschwitz, and you are guilty as Auschwitz in this touchless, wireless, fenceless, cageless, white glove Holocaust we have going on here. But, I like to clock my environment and be like, out in the world, like, okay, possible ops. Now, whether or not they are, not my business. My business is to maintain a sense of decorum and, love everybody right where they're at. Now, I'm not saying go play tiddlywinks with them in Sodom and Gomorrah and strike up, hey, let's get to know each other kind of conversation. I'm just saying dodge and weave, and then pray forgiveness upon them and let it go. Let it go. In the sense that when you let it go, you are signifying to the universe, to deity, to Abba, to the Most High, to whoever you call forth in your prayers. That's not Satan and all of his minions. For reals. And saying, you know what? I'm going to let you handle that, because I'm going to choose to forgive them, and I'm going to choose to love them right where they're at, and go on with my life and let them go on with their life and navigate accordingly, And then I soup it up with praying for them to be prosperous, not for them to thrive in their chaos, for their melee for pay. I, pray for them to thrive in the sense of finding a divine alignment with divinity. Because if you can help them pray to get into an alignment with divinity, the scales from their eyes shed, the snake skin off their veneer sheds, and then they'll come into a dark night of their soul and then learn the error of their ways, so they're able to hit reset from an authentic place of contrition, from an authentic place of wanting to elevate higher. And when you do that, that's how we elevate ourselves as a society, And then if they choose not to, well, that's between them and God, because just because you forgive them does not mean you absolve them of karma. Because without karma, how does anybody know to elevate themselves, you know? So, you know, as Sekhmet, because I am a reincarnated Sekhmet, I pray, I soup it up with 100,000-fold on that karma. And for them witches out there, 10,000 extra scoops of graveyard gravy, as long as it is within God's perfect will and full endorsement of the parameters of karma. That's how I deal with it. And I let that shit go. You know? And then so whenever I see in the environment possible melee for pay, possible psychotic staged items, or possible psychotic dialogues, possible gaslighting. Never mind if it's gaslighting, is deceit at the end of the day. The bottom line is deceit. So if it is deceitful, I'm just all like, really? I thought you were beyond that. I thought you were more evolved as a human being. If you're not, well, fuck. I guess I'll just mosey on with my life over here. And you know, I go to God with that. I go to God and I pray over that. So when I see these possible items, over here at my cousin's house, I love my cousin. I trust her with all of my heart. I mean, she has my life in her hands for reals. So of course I trust her. I never have to sleep with one eye open. I sleep very comfortably. For reals, you know? So I just take these as like, okay, universe, that's so fucking funny. What else you got for me today to dodge and weave? Whatever. Okay, so this particular episode of Coinciding Incident, is it live or is it Memorex? I mean, is it organic finding or is it psychotic flipping of the blood coin in stage psycho hillbilly theater? Me being a hillbilly, you know. I'm from Houston, Texas. And then but here's the deal. I've seen this pattern before, but a lot of times what the ops will do is actually take pieces of your environment and mimic them to you in the atmosphere that you're in. For example, okay. So over here, what I have, these are towels. I know, you can tell they're towels, right? But these look like exactly similar to the towels at my mom's house. You know, where my baby sister had passed away, and where my mom, she just recently passed, right? So this looks like the towels. Maybe my daughter Ollie will remember. Looks just like it. Same or similar. Looks just like it. Same or similar. Looks just like it. Same or similar. Remember the wood chipper? The wood chipper? At the house that I was renting a room from, I was a boarder at this place north of Seattle, at a city called Bothell. The landlord, or the gentleman's house, his name was Michael. I totally clocked him for being a goddamn fucking gang stalker, a treason ass bastard. He was flipping the blood coin off my ass when I was paying him $800 a month to fucking rent that room just to be fucking tormented and abused in the white glove Holocaust. But one of the things that I noticed whenever I got there, oh, look at that. That towel looks just like the one my mom and dad had. Okay. And then in the cupboard was the goddamn same Disney limited series glass that McDonald's had produced like almost 20 years ago. And then so I'm just like, you know what, whatever. This could just be, you know, a coinciding incident, sure. But then when I got the 411 and I had, had the confirmation that him and his tenant, the other dude that was renting a room from him and his son, I don't know about his son, but definitely the dude that was renting the room, and the room right next to mine was a fucking gang stalker, punking my ass. The day I figured that out, I never went back to sleep in that home ever again. That's when I started living out of my truck again. And then shortly thereafter, I broke my foot. But nonetheless, over here, I ain't got nowhere else to go. So of course I have to, suck it up if it was gang stalking affiliated. But as it is, I trust my cousin. She wouldn't just invite me to spend $400 on me to come out here just to railroad me. That would be absolutely psycho and sadistic. And she's anything but that. But again, these are beautiful teachable moments. How to navigate through life's quandary, And so, but she's a rocking girl. She's beautiful. She's kick-ass. She's, I'm proud to be her cousin. I'm proud that she's my cousin, So nonetheless, it's Patricia Ann Landon McGowan, Chief Little Flower, coming at you from North Carolina. And my beloved Lori and Gary's cousins, Lori's home out here in North Carolina. So, but I'm a proud cousin of hers. And this is how you navigate the quandary, And then, so once you are able to self-master yourself and let others, have the room to make mistakes and how to pray for them, it doesn't matter if they're the ops or not, because you have met it with love, dignity, and forgiveness. So I hope I've encouraged others to navigate their lives, because, these are my findings. And this is what's kept me alive all of this time. And happy. Because I know that the Most High is on the throne and he's not finished with me yet.